Alright people, so welcome back to another video in our Mitre-Attack series. So we are going to take a look today at obtain capabilities and the sub-technique code signing certificates. So that's one of those certificates again that you would not think about it yourself, but it's good to have people like Mitre bringing attention to that topic. So today we have Friday the 9th. January, so it's the end of the week. Work week is done, it's in the evening, so for me that's a good time to just sit down a little bit and do something like this and read Mitre. And yeah, so expect the other, as you can see we have here the other sub-techniques. There are 7 in total, so I will be covering those in the next videos, all of them. Okay, let's go to reading mode and take a look. What is that code signing certificate? So we are again in the kill chain step tactic of resource development. Platforms are not available. It's not related to any platforms. It's outside of your premises. And here's nobody who wants to take credit for this page. Interesting. But yeah, so adversaries may buy or steal code signing certificates that can be used during targeting. Okay. And then code signing is the process of digitally signing executables and scripts to confirm the software author and guarantee that the code has not been altered or corrupted. Yes. So that's what it is. This is a technique for the software developers out there. But also this is also for the administrators who are obtaining software to confirm the author. And here it says not been tampered with. That's pretty much what it is. Sorry for the mouse movement here. It's sometimes difficult. But yeah, what else do we have? Code signing provides a level of authenticity for a program from the developer and the guarantee that the program has not been tampered with. Users and or security tools may trust a signed piece of code more than an unsigned piece of code, even if they don't know who issued the certificate or who the author is. And that's absolutely true. You cannot verify every source of software. You need to have some sort of trust, and public key infrastructures, they work the same way. So you have like a certification authority like Google or Microsoft, and you trust them. And this goes then down like a chain. So under Google there is another CA and there's another CA, and then finally your company CA that issues them. But then you can see the whole chain. Who verified who, and if it ends up at Google or Microsoft at the very top level, or Telekom here in Germany, it would be also a certificate authority. If it ends up there, you trust the source, because Google does not issue a certificate to another CA if they don't trust them. That's the whole game. Same with code signing apparently. So, what else do they write? Prior to code signing, adversaries may purchase or steal code signing certificates for use in operations. I wonder where to purchase those and how to steal those, but maybe they speak about that. Then the purchase of code signing certificates may be done using a front organization or using information stolen from a previously compromised entity that allows the adversary to validate to a certificate provider as the entity. Okay, so that's what it is. That's where it comes from. It comes from previously compromised entities. And the other word that I don't know what it is, a front organization. Okay, so this we might want to check out. I'm not quite sure what that is. Typically a front organization is something almost like an interface. The whole purpose of it is to appear legit on the outside, but on the inside there is nothing behind it, or a completely other organization. You see that with so food products a lot. So with food products, you have usually, if one example is coffee here in Germany. All the coffee in Germany is being delivered to Hamburg, to the harbor there in Hamburg, and huge containers of coffee from all over the world. And then in Hamburg, the coffee is being filled into the different company names. So you get the same coffee basically, but there's just a different picture there, and some of them might add a little bit of a flavor to it. I don't know, that when you open the package, it smells interesting, like a perfume or something. They do these type of things, but it's the same coffee. The front organization, we all know, that's the packaging that you can find in the store. You know the names of them. Those I would call a front organization, but you never know, or not easily, who shipped that container and who really produced that coffee, from what plant, from what farm did they bring the coffee. It simply says, yeah, that's Arabica, that's Robusta, so you know it's from Brazil or from wherever, but you don't get the real manufacturer of the coffee. You always see the front organization, and I think with software this must be something like that. Okay, this must be the same thing. A front organization, and that might be one that only issues certificates and nothing else. Okay, enough speculation. Let's read the last sentence. Adversaries may also steal code signing material directly from a compromised third party. Yes. Very interesting. So that's a technique for the software developers here. So keep an eye out from where you get your software, and if the signing or the signed software appears legit to you. It does not necessarily appear legit. So here we have now the procedures, and I want to copy it like this. Yes, like this, and then I would like to copy the procedure example here as well. So I left out a little bit of the table header in order to, so that it fits. Okay, so procedure examples can be here. Good, let's take a look at the procedures. Maybe we find a little bit more insights what a front organization is. And I will Google that now. Front organization. So a front organization is any entity set up by and controlled by another organization that acts for the parent group without the actions being attributed to the parent group. Okay, my explanation with the coffee is exactly that. Okay, so it's a company acting for another company, but the actions are not being attributed for the parent company. Exactly. Good. Let's read what we have here. So, APT41 Dust. We heard this about this campaign. Use stolen code signing certificates to sign up dust trap malware components. Interesting. Black-Tech has used stolen code signing certificates for its malicious payloads. Then Fin8 has used an expired open source X509. Those are the classic certificates. X509. Those are also public key infrastructure elements. So this is the stuff you use to sign something. For exactly OpenSSL. Yeah, so you use it for SSL encryption as well. To connect actor controlled C2 servers. So let me know in the comments if you are interested about this whole certificate X509 thing. So some years back I digged into that topic. I didn't need it in the last years, so I'm lucky to be surrounded by professionals who take care of that whenever needed. But it's important for you guys to, either you are a technician and you know what it is and how to use a X05 certificate in SSL encryption, or you are a manager, then at least know what it is and how it works and what can go wrong with these certificates. I can make a video about that, so let me know in the comments if you like me to do that, or if you're interested. Then, Homeland Justice. During Homeland Justice, threat actors used, that's a wild name for a hacker group. It sounds like Homeland Security, which is a legit organization in the US, but Homeland Justice with legitimate code signing certificates. So threat actors use tools with legitimate code signing certificates. Okay. Kimizuki has stolen a valid certificate that it used to sign the malware and the dropper. Okay, so it goes on. What is Ulrich has obtained stolen code signing certificates to digitally sign malware. Yeah, it goes on and on. Good. So there's nothing that is of particular interest. So let's jump to the next chapter, which is mitigation, detection, and strategy. So this is here. Fits nicely on one page. There we go. And yeah, let's go to the reading mode once again. What do we have here? So pre-compromise as usual cannot be easily mitigated. That's to be expected. So they compromise another company to get the code signing certificates, and you as a victim then download software and it is signed. There's not much you can do. Outside preventive controls like this. Then detection strategy. Consider analyzing code signing certificates for features that may be associated with the adversary and or the developers, such as the thumbprint, algorithm used, validity period, common name, and certificate authority. That's interesting. So I thought certificate authority would be also look legit in that case. But what do I know? So maybe this is... But if you steal a certificate, it looks legit in terms of the CA should be legit then too. But not sure. Malware repositories can also be used to identify additional samples associated with the adversary and identify patterns producing code signing certificates. Okay, much of this activity will take place outside of the visibility. Okay, difficult to detect, and you can put your efforts on code signing installed root certificate instead. Yeah, but there are some ideas: thumbprint, algorithm used, validity period, common name, and certificate authority. Maybe one of these things rings a bell. Well, the CA would be suspicious once the whole operation gets to the newspapers. And then of course you would find it. They would just say, listen guys, this CA is malicious. Then the parent CA would issue revoke certificates. Unfortunately, nobody uses these things, so you may receive a revocation of a certificate of a CA here, and then you just have to pay attention if you have certificates in your company with that malicious actor's name there, CA name. That's what I take away from that. So all very relevant for administrators. The initial impression was true. For managers out there, it's only relevant to know what it is and have a slight idea when to use it. So when you read the newspaper about that topic, you should a little bit know what it is about, what it means, and what to do now. That's the management responsibility. But the technicalities behind that, well, leave that to the admins of your company. Okay, references Wikipedia. That's not good, people. That's not good, and I will show you in a moment why. So yeah, code signing, okay. Yeah, luckily it's not a political page, but okay, so Wikipedia, that explains why nobody took credit for this. Then threat intelligence, Budaka CISA is there, Iranian state actors produced cyber operations against the government of Albania, okay. These names I don't know. Clear Sky, okay. Iranian again. Breitenbacher Operation Interception. Targeted attacks against European aerospace and military companies. 2021. Interesting. Daniel Lungi, Iron's Tiger, SIS update. Digital forensic, 2-hour speedrun, 2 hours to ransom. Okay. Ransomware Intrusion Threat Act. I don't know why there's so much into ransomware. Apparently, I think code signing applies to that as well. So you might download a software that contains ransomware. But yeah, so far so good then. So I think we got in this 15-minute video here an understanding what code signing certificates are, why it is part of Obtain capabilities. We know it's in the resource development kill chain step. We have seen some of the groups and what they're doing. X509 certification appears to be a thing here. Mitigation not easily possible, detection somewhat possible. References, nothing catched my eye. Wikipedia, get rid of that would be my recommendation to Mitre, but okay, it's their platform, they can do whatever they want. And yeah, that's so much to that topic. So thank you for watching. As usual, thank you for spending time on cybersecurity. It is time well spent, and see you in the next video then. Goodbye.